The word is meteorologist. Meteorologist.
Could you use the word in a sentence, please?
A meteorologist can accurately forecast the weather.
Meteorologist. M-I-K-E-N-E-L-S-O-N. Meteorologist.
Mike Nelson, the definitive meteorologist, only on 7 News.
Well, I think I have an advantage because I grew up here, my parents worked here, my kids, I raised them here. So when we talk about stories, I can think about the perspective of my parents, I can think about the perspective of my kids, and I think that brings something to our news stories.
When we come across a problem and we try to address it in our community, I see it as being my problem too. We have created in our viewers' minds and in their lives an expectation that they'll get it right, and they'll get it right now.
This is home. I wasn't lucky enough to be born in Colorado, but I feel like I'm native in spirit. In Colorado, the weather can be life-threatening every month of the year. We have it all, and with that, it's very important that we give people the weather information they need so they can plan their lives and keep their families safe. It is really a privilege to live here, and it is something that I don't take lightly, that to be on the air at a station like 7 News and do the weather in Colorado is probably the best job in TV.
Denver, Colorado was voted the #1 sports city in America a few years back, and we got it all here. This city has everything that you could want in a sports city. Everybody's connected, everybody has an opinion, and so Twitter is alive all day, every day. Facebook as well, with people voicing their opinions. Everywhere I go, people just want to talk sports in this community. Denver is a huge sports town, and we get out and cover it like no other station.
It's very important that we give people the weather information they need so they can plan their lives and keep their families safe. And so 24/7 weather we put across all of our platforms so that anytime people need to have important weather information, they know where to get it, and it's easy to find.
With 10 minutes of nonstop news, we really make a concerted effort to make sure that we have news of the day in there, real news that affect people's lives. So I think that 10 minutes of nonstop news really answers that question for people. What happened in my state today?
Asking tough questions isn't new. Having the resources to back up the answers, to be able to immediately know, is this person telling me the truth, or are they trying to waffle away from the question? We can find out things like that. So we go in and ask tough questions, and we see that things are resolved.
We were this close.
We were this close.
We were this close to getting the top spot on the A-list.
The A-List on the denverchannel.com, the premier online Metro guide, needs your vote.
We beat them all last time.
But with your vote, we'll get them.
You decide who's #1.
It's not even a contest.
The comedy works, that place rocks.
It's up to you to pick the best for the A-List. Place your vote only on the denverchannel.com.
Come and get you some. That's the true genius of America. That America can change.
Good evening and welcome to our continuing coverage of Vote 08 as we continue to watch the Colorado numbers come in.
We will continue to follow the races throughout the night.
ABC News and 7 News will continue coverage.
Starting today, we must pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and begin again the work of remaking America.
This is the night. Glamour rules, couples reign, records shatter, careers are made, and stars shine again. This is Oscar. The big night begins right here. Watch the stars arrive at our exclusive first stop on the red carpet with designer Randolph Dukes sizing up the night's knockouts. An evening at the Academy Awards, live from Hollywood. We're live on the red carpet, February 22nd at 4 p.m. only on Denver 7. December 20th, 2008. Emergency crews raced toward DIA in the crash of Flight 1404. It was this event that led Call 7 investigator Tony Kowaleski to uncover ambulance response time would take 33 minutes. It's stories like this that have made lives safer. Stories that have brought about change and captured national attention. It's stories like this that have awarded 7 News the highest honor in broadcast journalism, the DuPont Columbia Award, for the second time. The Call 7 Investigators, only on 7 News. The Call 7 Investigators, dedicated to reporting on stories that affect Colorado families. Stories that change practices. Stories that make our community safer. Now honored with 2 Edward R. Murrow Awards for Journalistic Excellence. The Call 7 Investigators, only on 7 News. The Call 7 Investigators, stories that make a difference.
We should be angry that years of audits and studies have not done more to keep kids alive.
Stories that affect Colorado. Now, the most prestigious honor in television comes to 7 News, the Peabody Award.
A relentless examination of failures in the Denver Department of Human Services.
The investigators, not afraid to tell the truth.
We will absolutely not let this go, Mr. Ferrugia. I will not do it.
Holding public officials accountable. The Call 7 Investigators, only on 7 News.
What do you need to get out of your local newscast? What's the most important thing to you?
To me, the weather is.
I want a complete morning weather forecast, and I want it now.
Every night, 10 minutes of nonstop news and your morning weather.
I think that's perfect.
All the day's top stories in 10 minutes of nonstop news and your complete morning weather. So you need to have an accurate morning weather forecast, right?
Absolutely.
Gotta watch Mike Nelson. Only on 7.
I'm a quick person. I want to find out what's in the headlines right away. I like the format. I know that I can get the weather pretty quickly.
10 minutes of nonstop news and your morning weather.
I think that's perfect.
Now, within the 10 minutes of nonstop news, the next morning's complete forecast. Good idea?
Good idea to me. Both of us are working moms, so we have to get our kids ready in the morning. So we want to dress them appropriately.
Right.
So I'd like for it to be accurate and
fast.
exactly accurate, fast, uninterrupted weather.
The Call 7 Investigators, asking the tough questions, getting results, new laws that protect Colorado kids. John Perugia.
He was practically the champion for the kids when nobody was listening.
Stories that affect Colorado. Teresa Marchetta.
So will you now change your policy knowing that this is a concern for the state? Well, we probably will.
Stories that uncover the truth. Tony Kovaleski.
It is never going to be okay for a public office to be spending money that way.
Digging deeper to expose the truth. The Call 7 Investigators.
It's one of Colorado's favorite times of the year. It's also time for Mike Nelson's Colorado, the Winter Edition. Join 7 News anchors and me for unique local adventures you can only experience during this magical time of year. Mike Nelson's Colorado, only on Denver 7.
If there are only 2 words used to describe the weather this time of year, it's not partly cloudy or mostly sunny. The only 2 words you need this time of year are Mike Nelson. Michael Bennett, Ken Buck. How much do you know about them? 7 News and ABC want you to know more. On October 17th, 7 News anchor Mike Landis brings you one of the hottest Senate races in the country. Michael Bennett, Ken Buck, Vote 2010, the Senate race, only on 7 News. When big news happens like Vote 2010, stay with 7 News, connecting you with instant analysis and constant updates on your phone, online, and on the air. The information you need when you want it, wherever you are. 7 News.
Big snowstorms. Now that's what being a meteorologist is all about. Winter weather in Colorado can be a very dangerous thing, and people put a lot of trust in the forecasters to do their job right. Accurate storm information 24/7. That's what we do at 7 News.
The Call 7 Investigators, dedicated to reporting on stories that affect Colorado families. Stories that change practices. Stories that make our communities safer. Now honored with a National Emmy for investigative reporting. The Call 7 Investigators, only on 7 News.
Wow.
Pretty good hail.
Wow, there's a lot.